One more look now at our exclusive Missouri Next Star of the Hill Emerson College poll. There is movement on the issue of legalizing sports betting. 38% in favor, 35% opposed. That's within the margin of error. 26% undecided. The issue is likely to be on the November ballot. John, you got the Cardinals, the Blues, and the Kansas City pro sports teams trying to push this over the hump.
They have a baseball
They're winning
team.
people over?
They have a baseball team in Kansas City? When did that happen?
I think they got a better record than the Cardinals.
Yeah,
right
whatever. Well, here's the thing. This is going to pass. The pro sports gaming folks, the sports teams, the casinos, they're going to put a lot of money into passing this. There's going to be zero spent on the anti-side. So while the numbers are close now, on Election Day, that's going to be a 60-40 issue.
Is that how you see it? Is it good for Missouri?
Yeah, it's inevitable. And I think that's where we're at, is that even ruby red states around us have gone and done this. It's the Republicans who've kept this from being legalized in Missouri. John's right, it's gonna pass, and it's inevitable that we would have this.
Any worries? I mean, my son's generation, young 20s, these guys don't watch a game without having a bet.
Yeah, no, I mean, gambling is so pervasive now throughout our culture. I don't think it's particularly healthy, but it's here.
I'm scared of it. I'm grateful that I didn't grow up with it. I refuse to download it. And I'm worried about my nieces and nephews who are young. Every one of these young kids I meet are betting. I'm more afraid of that than I am of drugs and alcohol for young people.
Now to our quote of the week. When you hear the word Surgeon General, you may think of those warning labels on cigarettes. Well, the current Surgeon General says social media platforms like Facebook and Snapchat should come with cigarette-like warning labels because they can be hazardous to your health, especially mental health, especially young people. U.S. Surgeon General Dr. Vivek Murthy says the mental health crisis among young people is an emergency. A Surgeon General's warning label would remind parents and adolescents that social media has not been proven safe. Your thoughts on labeling, Michael, and all, bullying, shaming, and misinformation, exploitation, clandestine marketing.
He's probably right that there should be some type of a label, but I think it will have the same effect that it did with cigarettes. People are still going to go straight to that phone and they're going to start pushing those buttons. This is something we're going to have to live with as a society. Will a warning stop it? I don't think so.
Yeah, but since the warning labels were on cigarettes, the percentage of people smoking has gone from like 42 to 12%.
Yeah, well, that's not going to happen with social media. Surgeon General, whatever. It's up to the parents, and parents need to parent, and if parents don't parent, the consequences will follow.
But if you change the perception a little, maybe there's a little more.
Who doesn't know that social
moms
media
and
is a
dads.
cesspool? Everybody knows social media is a cesspool.
Too many parents are involved in it already.
Exactly.
That's the problem. Final thoughts are next. First, a drone's eye view of historic Rickwood Field in Birmingham, Alabama, a cathedral from the old Negro Leagues in baseball. The Cardinals played the Giants there Thursday night, and what a night it was.